What's up, guys and gals? It is PureBrett Stallion coming at you right here with the next episode in the Boston Red Sox franchise. As you can see here, we're on a little bit of a hot streak. We have bumped up into second place in the AL East, and we are only one game under 500. We are 3.5 games out of the wild card, and our offense has remained to be our focal point. We're hitting a lot. We're hitting a lot of home runs. We're driving a lot of runs. The pitching has caught up a little bit, but it still needs some work. We're still in the aftermath of the Clay Bucholz trade, so we're looking to build our rotation and build our entire pitching staff to get it up to par with the rest of the league. As you can see right here, Rick Porcello has totally stepped it up. Wade Miley's probably been our best starter of the year. Joe Kelly's done well. We've got Matt Barnes, the rookie, and then we've now added Dana Eveland into the rotation, who's had a rough start, but I think he'll be able to step it up and be that number 5 starter that we need. Koji Uehara's gotten better. Our bullpen's just a lot more solid. Brian Wilson's off to a shaky start. But anyways, we're getting off right here against the Minnesota Twins, looking for a 3-game sweep here in Fenway Park. We've won game 1 and 2. Now we're on to game 3. If we win this game, we will be back at 500, at 27 and 27. It'll be the first time we're at 500 in the entire season. And we're facing the 23 and 28 Twins. So if we're going to do it, it's right now is the time to do that. They are going to be throwing Kyle Gibson, though, and he's having a good year. But we're going to be sending rookie Matt Barnes to the mound, who, like I said, has done a lot better than he did in the beginning of the season. He's still really young, but we haven't given up a run the entire series. Wade Miley threw a complete game shutout, and then Joe Kelly followed up the next night with another complete game shutout. So if Matt Barnes could even come close to what they did the last 2 nights, we're going to be in good shape. Here's the Twins starting lineup. Joe Mauer is going to be who we really need to look out for. The rest are just mediocre hitters, I think. But Matt Barnes had a little bit over 4 ERA, almost 60 innings pitched. He can strike guys out. He does have high walk numbers, but I think that'll fix itself up tonight. Here's our defensive lineup. We have been playing Brock Holt at first base, even though Mike Napoli and Alan Craig are healthy, but Mookie Betts is back in center field. Okay, leading off right here is Eduardo Nunez in the top of the first. Here is the pitch from Matt Barnes, and he will hit one on the ground to shortstop Xander Bogaerts over to first base for out number 1. Danny Santana will then step up with 1 out in the top of the first, and we'll get him looking right there on the changeup for out number 2. Joe Mauer, the number 3 hitter, right here, 1 and 2 count. Here is the pitch for Matt Barnes, and another changeup will get Joe Mauer looking to retire the side. Okay, here is our lineup. We got David Ortiz hitting the cleanup spot, looking for home run number 20, and in front of him is going to be Hanley Ramirez and then Dustin Pedroia. We're going to be facing Kyle Gibson. As we can see, he's got a 2.32 ERA. He does have 62 innings pitched, and here is their defensive lineup. Joe Mauer is at first base. They've got Kurt Suzuki behind the dish. Jordan Schaefer in center field. He's got range, so we got to watch out for him. But the first batter of the game will be Mookie Betts, and he will walk. David Ortiz will then come up after Mookie Betts moves over to second, and there are 2 outs in the bottom of the first. 2-2 pitch to Ortiz, and he will strike out on the off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate. Okay, here we are at the top of the second. Josmil Pinto will strike out swinging on the fastball. A good pitch from Matt Barnes. His stuff is looking good. And right here in the top of the second against Brian Dozier, he will get him looking for strike number 3 and out number 3. So Matt Barnes is looking really good thus far. Okay, here in the bottom of the second, it is Pablo Sandoval. He will hit one up the middle. That'll be the first hit of the night from both teams. And he's continuing his little hot streak. He's batting over 300 right now. All right, here's Shane Victorino. Full count. Ball 4 outside. Runners on first and second now with no one out. That's going to bring up Xander Bogaerts. There's still nobody out, and he is in a full count. Here is the pitch from Gibson, and that one will be outside. So the bases are loaded right here with no one out, and Brock Holt will step up to the plate. This is a perfect opportunity for an RBI. He sends one into right field. Will it be deep enough for Sandoval? No, he is going to hold at third base, 1 away. Here's Ryan Hannigan. He is up 1-0. Hits one on the ground. 4-6-3 double play. The Red Sox cannot capitalize on that big opportunity right there. Barnes in the top of the third now, and Oswaldo Arcia will park one deep into left center field. Will it get out? No, it's going to stay in the ballpark. Mookie Betts will try to field it. And that was actually Antonio Palmero, and he is heading to third base with a triple. I believe I said it was Arcia, but it was actually Antonio Palmeiro with the triple. Here is Kurt Suzuki looking to bring a run across. They'll hit one on the ground to Xander Bogaerts. Palmeiro will come across for the first run of the game, but Suzuki is out at first. In the top of the third now, 2 strikes. Eduardo Nunez will go down looking on the breaking ball. Another great pitch from Matt Barnes. Bottom of the third now, Hanley Ramirez looking to get something going with 2 outs. He will swing and miss at the breaking ball for out number 3. So a little bit of a pitcher's duel going on right here. Here's Barnes' pitch to Arcia, and he'll get him swinging on the breaking ball. Both pitchers are on fire right now with the strikeouts. Pablo Sandoval will get another chance here in the bottom of the 4th, and he will get another base hit. There hasn't been a lot of offense tonight, especially for the Red Sox, but Sandoval seems to be seeing the ball well. All right, here at the bottom of the 4th, Xander Bogaerts looking to make something happen. He's got Pablo Sandoval on first base. Here's the pitch from Kyle Gibson, and Gibson will get him swinging on the breaking ball. No offense thus far from the Red Sox. Top of the 5th, here's the pitch to Josmil Pinto, and Barnes will get him swinging on the fastball. Now at the top of the 7th, here is the pitch from Barnes, and Maurer will poke one into right field for a base hit. Barnes hasn't given up a lot today, but Maurer gets a single right there. Barnes comes set, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and Arcia will send it into right field. That'll make it runners on first and second. Maurer gets in safely. Here is Josmil Pinto again at the top of the 7th. 2-2 pitch, and he will hit one on the ground. Bogaerts over to second for 1. Over to first base, a double play. Maurer will move over to third, but there's 2 outs right there for the Red Sox. That'll bring up Brian Dozier, who sends one into right field. Can Victorino get underneath it? No, it's going to drop. It's going to be error on Shane Victorino. Brian Dozier will get into second base, and the Twins extend their lead to 2-0. Here comes Mac Force in a pinch hit for Shane Victorino in the bottom of the 7th. He faces Gibson, and he'll settle into left field for a base hit. Mac Force comes off the bench and delivers with a single. The rookie has done very well when he gets the opportunities. Nothing will happen in that inning, but he will move out into right field for the top of the 8th. It is now 3-0. Craig Breslow's in the game, throws it over from Bogaerts to Pedroia, and the Red Sox get out of it. 3-0 though. The Red Sox have only 6 outs to put together 3 runs, and it's going to be Alan Craig right here. He will foul one back for strike number 1. He is coming into the game as a pinch hitter, and he is still facing Kyle Gibson. Here is the pitch, and it is flying into left field. This one is going to be caught for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox are down to their last 5 outs trying to put together some sort of offense. Here's Mookie Betts here at the bottom of the 8th, and he'll settle to left field. This one will stay fair off the monster. It's going to be extra bases for Mookie Betts. That one barely stayed inside fair territory, and the Red Sox will have a runner on second. That'll bring up Hanley Ramirez here, and he will send one to left field. This one is gone, and it's a 1-run game. The Red Sox have closed the gap as Hanley Ramirez sends one over the Green Monster to make it 3-2. That was an inside fastball, and Ramirez just got around on it to make it 3-2. Great piece of hitting by Hanley Ramirez, and the Red Sox are back in this ball game. That'll be the end of the day for Kyle Gibson after giving up a home run to Ramirez. And they're going to bring on, who will they bring on right here? Manager's out, takes the ball from Gibson, who's pitched a great game, but he got a little tight at the end. It's going to be Caleb Thielbar. David Ortiz will now come up with the bottom of the 8th and 2 outs, and he'll send it to left field. Another ball goes into left field, and the shift was on, so David Ortiz will reach safely, looks to go to second, but he will hold that first. Long single for David Ortiz. Jackie Bradley Jr. coming in to run for Big Papi, as he is the tying run, and Pablo Sandoval is up with 2 outs, and Jackie Bradley Jr. will swipe second. The count is now 2-2 to Sandoval. Here's the pitch from Thielbar, and he will get Sandoval looking on the breaking ball. That pitch looked outside, but Thielbar gets out of it. Great pitch. Edward Mujica now in for the Red Sox in his 17th appearance. The Twins do have a runner on third, and Dozier it'll be a suicide squeeze. Dozier will get the bunt down, and the Twins make it 4-2. The Twins now have a runner on second. Mujica faces Suzuki, who will send one up the middle. There's going to be a play at the plate, and it will be not in time. Palmeiro scores, and the Twins make it 5-2. Wilson will come in now to try to mop this one up, get the Red Sox to the bottom of the ninth. Jordan Schaefer will be up to the plate. Here is the 0-2 pitch, and he will swing on the fastball for out number 3. Okay, last chance for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the ninth and 2 outs. Buchholz is up to the plate once more. He swings and sends one into right field, but it will be caught, and the Twins escape the series without getting swept. They do take the last game. The Red Sox win 2 out of 3, but they are 2 games under 500. Looks like they will hold in second place in the AL East. Be a few games back from the second wild card, but they are definitely making gains from the beginning of the season. Tonight they just dropped a rough one. Good pitching, couldn't really put the offense together, but will look to bounce back here in the middle of June. Now it's time for the first-year player draft. We are rebuilding this minor league system, trying to get the best players to come up in the majors in the next few years. We're getting some infielders and some pitching right here. We're looking really good. Found some really good pitchers out in the draft. And as you can see right here, we are 4 games out of the wild card, but we do remain in second place in the AL East. Our lineup is doing a lot better. Dustin Pedroia had a rough game, but he's batting over 300. Hanley Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Pablo Sandoval. We are doing really well.